Hello everyone and welcome to Nerds with Dice. Tonight is our finale of Riff's Ballad of Fates. I gotta be honest, Kevin, I did almost ask you to do one more episode so we wouldn't end on 49.
There's enough others that we can pay. At some point, I always lose track of the numbering anyway.
It's fine, but
it's fine. You're just a terrible scoundrel for doing it. That's all.
Just consider everything on Welcome to the Party as episode 1.
There you go. There you go.
Alright, we do have merch. You can check it out through the link in the chat or by heading over to Twitter and finding the link there. And we are also sponsored by Grinding Coffee Company, a black and LGBTQ plus owned company. They are dedicated to the gaming community, and you can get 10% off their coffee by using the code Nerds with Dice or using the link that is in chat. Alright.
Okay, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Riff's Ballad of Fates, our final episode, pronounced Fine.
We're a musical.
Yes. It is not fine, it is fine. Like the end of a written piece. Anyway.
Like F-I-N?
F-I-N-E. Sometimes it's written F-I-N, but anyway. In a fancy romantic language script.
Yeah, it's always wiggly.
Yeah, it's wiggly as hell.
Yeah.
as is everything in my brain right now. So,
There you go.
previously on Ballad of Fates, our group came together, finding themselves inextricably linked, and seemingly positioned to stop a Night Lord invasion of the Rift's Earth. The group is gathered their forces, brought together their allies, and is preparing to head out for one final big push. But there was one box that they had to open. And there was only one person that could open this box.
Shit.
As Starissa, we're gonna go ahead and skip on doing our intros real quick, because if you're here, you know
who we are. Yeah.
you know roughly what we are. All right, so the group gathers around. All of you are there, and Starissa's claw opens this box. The seal on it opens without any major sound, without any fanfare or a light glowing from inside. No, it's a box opening. It's something as simple and as mundane as a latch being undone and a seam opening. Inside this box are 5 power bands. It's very similar to Starissa's bracelet. There is also what looks to be an extension piece for Starissa's bracelet. They have colors, and they are each sized. The purple one fits over Starissa's bracelet, adding a nice contrast to the bluish of her of the initial piece. There is a black one with gold trim, fit for that Freya knows is for her. There is a green one with a leaf motif for Peppermint. There is a red one that has a fiery appearance, which fits for Kid. There is a brownish yellow one for Jetta, which looks a little gravelier than the others. And then there is a sleek yellow and black one, kind of like a blue. Well, it has aspects of blue and green, blue and green Tron-like patterns on it. That doesn't fit anyone here. So someone will have to carry that with you. Who's going to carry Greeks' piece? Greeks' pieces. Kate could not hear you.
Yep, I'll carry it.
All right.
Does it like hurt or anything? Like
it goes onto your wrist, and it clasps in easily. It's not heavy. It's pretty light, but you can feel it kind of like a battery is on. And Kid, as you watch these pieces come out, you see them. They are covered with the strings. They are They look metal to other people, but to you, they look woven. There are connections running from each of these bracelets to each of the other bracelets. There's connections running parallel, and as soon as the people put on these bracelets, the connections between the people kind of have a shimmer run across them. The bracelets will allow you to do things you couldn't do alone.
Ooh.
And as each of you puts them on, you can feel that there is a magical layer to each of them. It's, for those of you who are trained in magic, it's a little bit like a magical spell. It's a little bit like an armor of Ithan that you can customize to your look. The only thing is, between all of you, your look is somewhat solidified. Basically, you get, to put it crassly, you get a layer of Power Ranger armor.
Holy shit! Like we magical girl transform into Power Rangers. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Like visibly?
Yes. There
Holy
is
shit.
light coming over each of you
Oh my
as
God.
you attach the bracelets. And the thing is, it is thin enough armor that it doesn't weigh you down. It has no penalties. And if you want your face exposed, your face can be exposed. If you want to customize it, it customizes to you.
Man, you're dropping this on us? Oh man.
Yeah, Freya's gonna be like, gotta have to wait.
I'm definitely gonna look like
Yeah.
it looks like, you know how the armory looks? I don't want to be like that big like Juggernaut, but I'm definitely gonna have like it's like scrap metal armor that like that's what and that big helmet that I got for sure. The welding mask.
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, and maybe it like is almost looks like red hot in some areas. You know what I mean? Ooh.
You have an aura effect of
Like
flames
fire.
coming off of you.
Yes. Oh, we're like fucking superheroes. This is so cool. That's in game. This is so cool.
Jetta's looks like a rocky armor, and Jetta grows about 4 inches and looks like a big 4-armed elemental. As Bert kind of steps into a socket on her armor and then coats the same rocky coating that is Bert covers Jetta.
Awesome.
Each of these has 100 MDC.
Holy
I
shit.
don't know that we're going to be talking in straight MDC terms because we're going to be abstracting some things.
Okay,
Stories.
okay.
What does yours look like, Stories?
When I put mine on, it almost looks like I am now a human dragon. I look very much like a humanoid version of my dragon form, like scales and frills off the side coming out of my hair, and like a skin tight, scaly look. Was very similar to the pattern when I'm in dragon form.
But are you like a humanoid form?
Yes.
Oh, kind of like a dragonborn or something.
Yes.
A little bit.
Oh, so cool. So cool.
Peppermint, do you have a look you want to go with?
Yeah, I'm thinking like full, almost nature spirit, like a either like a bark or moss, and like a probably some kind of like animal skull or something. You know, very like creepy nature spirit.
Like, if you showed up in a Power Rangers, you would definitely be the bad guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm imagining like a deer skull with like the antlers.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, that's sick.
Freya?
Freya's going to,
Simple and sleek?
yeah, because it's gonna be looking at Rohan, but
Is
she's
Rohan
gonna,
there
like,
as well?
huh? Because
Is
Rohan,
Rohan there currently?
yeah,
Is Freya there?
yeah.
All right. So as Freya or Rohan put on the bracelet, we'll say as Freya puts on the bracelet, one in the opposite colors appears on Rohan,
Oh.
and a chest plate appears on Rohan with similar styling to Freya's look.
Yeah, what more can we even do to Rohan to make him even look even fucking scarier than he is?
Because Rohan is surprised, because Rohan thought Freya. Oh, so but Freya is going to be sleek, but she's going to mimic Rohan's scales, so they kind of like match, but hers are going to be like the darker, and with like
Nice. You do not get wings.
no, I do no. Even Freya's just like no. You have wings.
All right. So here's the thing. What do you want these things to do? They'll give you a boost. They're not going to invent a new power for you, something you don't do. And it won't be an unlimited thing.
I have an idea for
Mhm.
mine. Besides the basic like hit a little harder, maybe take a little bit less damage, but Rohan's like the real killing machine. I don't want to be that good. I want to be a little bit better at being a bruiser. But if one thing I could do is could it make like a shield or something at some point so I could try to protect somebody? Or like, is there a way for me to be able to take damage instead of somebody else? Because I think that's very like
I will put a
kids
big
thing.
shield. It does your bracer folds out into
Yeah,
roughly
like
a tower shield
Oh,
with
fuck yes.
with an eye slit.
Oh, so cool.
The eye actually what it is your old welding mask.
That's what it is. Like it's basically like a huge metal version of that. Oh,
Yes.
so cool. I love it. I love it. Yes. Okay, I'm happy. That's all I want.
How do you want this to augment you, Peppermint?
I'm thinking maybe lets me draw a little bit extra PP from the earth. Maybe.
As you wear yours, the animal spirits start appearing to you. They're always around. You know that to be true, but now you can see them. They might be able to give you information, and they can loan you some of their PPE or perform some smaller things. If you need to call on them for something great, you're welcome to try. Freya? Rohan?
Rohan is just protect butter, hit butter. That's Rohan.
Yeah.
Freya wants the ability to basically, her skill set is stealth and sneak. So she wants to be able to, like you said, like cover and be able to stealth and sneak again.
Cloaking field.
Yeah, cloaking, and be able to be effective that way.
Absolutely. I will figure out what that means in game terms later.
Invisibility. Predator.
Essentially, it gives you a predator's field.
Yes.
And kind of a crit. It will improve if you need to make attack rolls. Your crit will be improved by 1 while invisible, which might not come up at all, but could mean a lot. Starissa.
So if I would say that when I'm in full dragon form, the claws extend and get even like a little longer sheath than like almost like a metal.
The blue metal of the blood of Anaya appears on your talons.
This is fucking awesome. Did you thought of this? Did you think of this? Oh my
Kate,
god, well done.
Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
done.
do it, yeah.
And joke's on me, I did say don't ever make it the power of friendship, but you kind of did, but in a great way. So I'm eating my words for sure.
It's your bond.
Kevin, what are you even talking
It's not
about?
the
That's
same thing.
friendship. What are you even doing right now? It's fate.
It's both.
Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. This kicks ass. Well done. Good idea.
Yes. Thank you, Kate, for thinking of that. I would not have thought of that, but I knew you'd come up with something great. With all of this, you look between yourselves, and Sissamin comes up and says, "Time is nearing. We should begin. Your allies are in place, mostly. Though Rensick says he contacted some people, but do not know if they will be able to make it. As did the sheriff."
Well, we're going regardless.
If they can, they would be of use. but hopefully we will be swift and effective.
Yes.
And I'm
Hopefully.
assuming I haven't, but did I hear anything from Flord?
You have not gotten anything back from Flord yet.
Okay.
Before we get too far ahead, we are gonna slice over to a break real quick.
Okay.
To adjust our
Uh-oh.
overlay.
Yes. All right, hello everyone, we're back.
Hello and welcome back. So, we were explaining what our new armors looked like. Maxine, would you care to tell us what Jetta's not spirit armor, but the armor of fate bestowed upon Jetta?
I love the description you guys gave. So like the Fantastic Four guy, like the arm, like the all just rock, but her head is exposed. So it's like this big beefy Hulk person with this tiny little head.
Like
And it
Miss
has
Thing.
a what?
Like Miss Thing. There's a
Yes,
character.
like
Yeah.
I know
Miss Thing.
exactly what you mean.
Yeah. And it has like the very like galactic-y like green sun like green glass looking glasses, like visor. That has like all the little like
Readout and stuff.
Yeah.
But
And, like,
except
this-
in your readout, it's all written in elemental.
Yeah. So it just looks like Klingon and stuff going across your screen. And just her hair flowing in the wind. She just let it grow long and it's just like flowing. So she's got like brown earthy body, extremely green hair. We'll make it a blue visor. So it's blue visor, green hair, big beefy rock body.
Yes. Evan, if you're trying to Google Miss Thing,
I did. What the
Make sure to
fuck
put
am
in
I
Marvel.
looking at? She's in what?
Yeah, Marvel.
Marvel.
I
Miss
did.
Thing.
I did type in Marvel, but like it's literally this girl's head on a thing body. That's it.
I
That's
believe
the
it's
whole character.
like a power suit for her, I think.
It's the
She was like
Thing
a singer
rings.
or something. I'm trying to. She's like, I got #1 albums by the time I was like, how are you? What is going on? It's like a fever dream of a character.
Darla Deering.
Darla Deering, yeah. What the fuck? All right.
She was a
I'm
pop
sorry, go on.
star who wanted to be the Thing. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. What the heck?
So basically that with green long hair and a cool, spacey retro glasses.
Awesome.
A
Very-
Thing exoskeleton is that by Reed Richards that one time that the Thing lost its powers. Anyway,
Oh, and she like pilots it? Is that what
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
anyhow, you've gathered your allies. You're on the precipice of battle. You know what you're going into. Is there anything anyone needs to say to each other before we go further? All right.
Kid,
Yeah.
do you have any more ghost fudge left?
I do, but I don't know if we should partake before a big war.
Well, it's more I never got to try it, and I was hoping that I could just, put it in my pocket and save it for later in case we get like separated or something.
Okay, here you go.
Okay, cool.
I give you some perfectly preserved ghost fudge that
It is.
hasn't been in my pocket for weeks.
It's the last of it, though.
It is the last
It's the
of my
last
ghost
pocket.
fudge.
Last
just-
package of Ghost Fudge.
Thank you.
Well, if you like it, we'll get more after this is all done.
I trade
Oh,
you
that
for
thing.
some substances. Because I have different plants. But
What is it? What is it that you give me? Is it a bunch of garbage or something, or is it like
it's-
weed or like?
Yeah, basically.
You give me a bunch of weed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know what
Go.
this is, but this is what my dad puts in his cigarettes. Okay.
Yeah,
Here's some poppy extract.
exactly. Yeah.
Ah,
Here you go. I'm apparently it does the same thing, but it's just not as sugary and sweet.
cool. I'll bring some to my dad. He'll love it. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. The final people finish arriving. Ivy is here. Helix and Exaxa in his 30-foot tall, or it's the smaller one. I think it's the 20-foot tall.
It's still oh,
With
for
its
Shaw.
with its magical sword made from that kid forged.
Yeah.
I need to just make sure everyone is listed here so that I have them on my
I
list.
Remember, it was Helix, it was Exaxa, it was Ivy, it was
Riley.
Beautiful Man.
Righty. Yeah.
Riley was here.
Ren
yeah.
6.
Rensix, the beautiful man, the grumpy
Sheriff.
sheriff.
Yolanda.
Oh, Yellow Yolanda.
Yolanda.
Fuck yes. Oh, Yolanda's gonna be very clutch. She's like a powerhouse.
All right. And Freya told Exaxa about NORAD.
Good.
All right.
At least somebody knows.
Your group begins their flight. It takes a tiny. It's not quick to move this
I'm
many
sorry.
people through the air.
Is Wenra going?
Wenra's going as well. Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And we find out that Zarian comes later just because he really does love you.
That's in the wind. We will see. He is kind of an enormous butt of a person, but he was also a very traumatized person. So we'll
I
see.
believe you,
We're
but
gonna
you
have a
did
quick-
rescue me, so
I
We're gonna have a
I
quick
won't
cut.
hold my breath, but I will say
Yeah.
Kid is very hopeful that he will see him, but he's also doubting that he will.
Zaren's off in some bar going, fuck all this.
yeah,
Could be.
another round.
All right. You approach what was once called Skinwalker Ranch, and you can see from a distance now. There's cloud cover provided by, actually, Jetta can provide cloud cover. She finds. So you are a super fast-moving cloud, which helps cut down on the things that might try to take pot shots at you.
Hey guys, check this out.
Oh.
You can't smell anything.
It is just strictly water vapor.
Yeah.
Somehow you made clouds gross.
Well,
There's something to
normally
be
she's
proud
like
of.
Pigpen, so
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You see down below there is a massive facility that looks like it's been constructed very quickly. There's a large number of soldiers, and you can, even from here, you can see giant hounds standing near pieces of it. There's a formation, and in the center of this formation is a perfect triangle. There's a phenomenon on the World of Rifts called the Bermuda Triangle,
yes, I was gonna say.
which is enormous. And there's other ones around the world as well. I forget the site of the others, but it's all on the maps. But this is 3 ley lines that have been pulled in to this tiny triangle. And they've been contained, but they've not been utilized yet. The ground here is filled with a substance that now seems more and more familiar to you. Here there is a massive mine shaft that was used for mining out gilsonite. And the more you think about it, the more you realize that the powdery black ash that the night creatures turn into might be magically infused gilsonite. The mine here is enormous and old. It predates the coming of the Rifts. It predates most even humans in the area. There was a large gilsonite deposits in here since this area formed.
Do I know about this substance?
Gilsonite is a thick black, like a powdery black rock that sometimes gets used for ink. Like when they make super black ink, it's like carbon and gilsonite.
Do I know of any like
There's no
substance?
specific like weaknesses. It can be put into any number of. It can be put with vegetable oil and dissolved into gasoline and things.
Okay.
It doesn't
Okay.
have any like if you hit a specific frequency, it explodes. It doesn't have any
Gotcha.
useful
That's what I was
properties
gonna
like
ask.
that.
Okay.
It
All right,
just
that's fine.
finally makes sense that gilsonite would be part of this. Gilsonite is native to this area. In fact, Utah has one of the like world hubs of this material, and it apparently apparently occurs in vertical shafts that can sometimes be 20 feet thick. And surrounding these shafts is a cave, which is beginning to glisten. Even from above, you can see that there is some kind of. The caves are starting to look more and more like crystal. All right. There is the massive triangle. It has 3 major points, and in the center of it is a what looks to be some kind of tower hub. Each of these bits of triangle are about a half mile away from each other, which is absurdly close for a triangle. It also means that this probably isn't going to have the power of the Bermuda Triangle, thankfully. But if they perfect this, they would have a permanent triangle that could access the Nightlands, which would be potentially a gateway for the Night Lords themselves.
Yeah, that's no good.
You see at least 2 platoons of soldiers here. You see at least 50 of the big, tall, standing ones. The 20-foot tall ones. And you can overlook this from a nearby peak. You're up on an old campground that gives you a moment to survey the area. It looks like there might be a way to get, Jeddah could create a tunnel into the crystal caverns, potentially from here. It would take a great effort, though. But you
Even
could
at
all
night
travel
hour?
that way. Or you could, Yolanda's like, I want to just start punching.
That's fair.
I mean, you're muted, Kate.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The triangle, is it naturally forming or is it something they've manufactured by building something?
They have built things on what looks to be a naturally forming, like, if it weren't infused, it would have just been like a triangle on the ground. But they are apparently infusing it with some kind of power.
Okay.
You can take one of those out.
That's what I was thinking.
Should we all go together? Should we do some kind of pincer attack or some kind of sky attack?
The sheriff says, I can get there very quickly by just kind of rolling down this hill, and I'll start fighting some of the big things.
Okay.
Who's going to go with you?
Yolanda goes, I'll back him up.
Okay.
Yolanda, you're pretty good at fighting these things, right?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Between me and him, I think we could probably take maybe a quarter of the forces down there.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, exactly. How do you feel?
Exactly goes, well.
Oh, right. He's got the helmet.
Yes.
You're right. He has to be scary right now. Right?
I would prefer if the magic powers were flowing freely so I could draw from the ambient PPE of the width of the ley line nexuses they have created. However, they seem to be controlling them.
Oh.
I think I shall attack one of the towers.
Okay. That would be good for Peppermint, too, if you could free the magic juice out of the ground.
I would like magic juices as well. That would help me as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do it, too? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wenra, do you use magic stuff? out of the ground? Oh,
Not out
okay,
of the
good.
ground, but I can use it.
Oh, then that's good for everybody.
But I think we need to get to Greeks. I think that's what we need to do.
Yeah, where is
Yes.
what's that robot? Not robot. I'm sorry. That
Sysedmin.
that
I'm gonna
being.
ask Sysedmin.
I don't know.
This
What,
Where's
is the
Greeks?
intelligence that is there.
yeah, I don't know what to call it.
Greeks is located in the center facility, kind of about a calculating. The dimensions are strange because of the crystal caverns and the dimensional things, but about 50 feet underground, underneath that tower, where the command center is.
Is the only entrance to where he is that cave? Like
Yes,
the mine?
the crystal caves are the heart of this. The crystal caves run under this area in and out. There's a number of entrances and exits, all of which have troops at them right now.
I mean, well, so it sounds like that's how we get there. What do you think we should do?
What if we had a main team, like a front door team and a back door team, and like the main team was the most of us, and they went through the front door and was just like, "Hey, everybody!" And I mean, you need to get everybody there out anyway, so you're gonna need most of your fire. But like maybe myself and like maybe me and Starissa could go in the back, so we can get him out, and then y'all can just destroy all you want because we already have Greeks out.
I feel like we might need Starissa out here though, because Starissa
Rentix goes,
is.
I think I can see it from here. I'll stay out here and help coordinate the sheriff and the other members out here. Think the freshly armored, spiffy look crew
Mm-hmm.
might want to do the more direct, quiet assault.
Yeah.
Sheriff goes, I'm good at quiet when I want to be, but today's not one of those days.
But I don't want to be.
So spooky and mysterious.
Pretty great though.
So I agree. I would like to go and get Greeks, as that is the more important thing here, I think. But so it looks like we're gonna have to go through one of those entrances to the mine, while everybody else just charges the forces.
I mean, like I'm good at distracting, and I'm good at like.
I think
There
you
will
should be
be-
with us.
There will be opposition in the mine as well.
Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
you should be with us. I don't want you to go.
Yeah.
Oh no! What
I
I
don't
was thinking
think
is I don't want to be where the big fight is, if that's possible. If
Yeah,
there's
I
a
don't-
group that's
yeah.
not doing a big bad fight, something, can I be part of that?
That I think that's
It's
what
us. Yeah. We're
Ren
the
says. Yeah, I think that's what Rensing was suggesting.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure if he just meant
All
he
right.
was a team.
So then you guys are okay with being like a distraction essentially, while we go in there and get Greeks and possibly stop this thing.
Ivy says, well, we are being just assaulted by, all kinds of tech attacks that I'm fending off right now. So I think I might stay here and continue making sure our communications work.
We're being hacked right now.
Oh yeah, real bad. But I'm actually
Good thing
succeeding.
we brought you.
Tier
What the
Gix.
hell? I didn't
Can-
even know.
I want to ask Sysadmin.
Tier Gix. Oh shit! I didn't even think
How?
about that. Yeah,
He knows we're here.
he's like a tech master.
Well,
He's
he
a tech
doesn't
master. That's
yet,
his whole
but he
thing.
will soon.
He's trying to find
Can-
out that
Talking
we're
to
here.
me, I'm a little
Yeah.
busy.
Okay.
It's like Sysadmin, do you want to stay here and help, or
I will guide you to Greeks if you need. If you wish me to stay back, so as I am not utilized by others, I will agree to that as well.
Okay.
Can
Yeah,
Tier
can you-
Gix take you over?
I do not know. I wish to have a conversation with Tyrkix, but so far Greeks has said that this is a bad idea.
Yeah, I
What?
wouldn't.
We did that after we captured him, and like we
Yeah.
knew that he was super not going to do anything, and then you can talk to him, and then you can just be civilized people about it. I'm okay with that.
This makes sense to me as well.
I
Yeah.
think it might be.
Can
Yeah,
send
you
think it-
help
and,
Ivy
type.
and them. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I begin to help Ivy, it would alert Tiergix
Okay.
as
I think-
Tiergix's attacks started failing
That's fair.
too quickly.
I
Okay.
think you should at least be
Ivy
near
goes,
Ivy.
fine, whatever.
I think you should at least just be near Ivy just in case, because if you get hurt
Yeah.
I will ensure
technology wise, she can be like a techno medic. I don't know if that's a thing that you can do, but I
I'm
thought
simply
maybe
a
it kind of
thought
makes
form.
sense in my head.
But I
Okay.
will see that her physical form is
I can't even
Hidden and
handle what you
maintained.
just said. I
Yeah.
don't even
Okay.
I don't
All right.
even understand
So,
that.
all right. So, Ivy, Sissaman, Rensix is out here. We got someone attacking the tower. We got front. So we need to go in. We need to go in and get Greeks now.
All right, let's
no
do
more
it.
talking.
We're at a time
We'll
where-
follow your lead.
How far away is it?
it is about, let's say, a half mile.
So if
It
I
would
were
be quite a feat for you to
Yeah.
tunnel straight through there, leaving a tunnel big enough for all of you to move through.
Oh no, I more was just meaning so that it looks like a smaller group than what it is.
You know what?
But you are capable of great feats right now.
It's fair.
What were you gonna say?
I
Yeah.
want Jeddah to have a moment of a great feat.
Okay.
She's
What's-
about
what's
to have
your
a moment. I
idea?
don't want to rob
Oh
Jeddah's
no,
moment.
no, that's fine. Basically, what I was thinking about doing, if you guys aren't claustrophobic at all, I could take some of the more heavy hitters, possibly, and you just hug me real tight, and I will go through the ground, and then they'll be like, stop, peoples, and then we pop up behind them, and be like, bitches, and like get them back, and then it's like, yeah.
Well, while that could happen, Rohan can go invisible for a little bit and can actually
Yeah.
carry.
Yeah. So if we
Can
had
carry the rest of us.
one person
So-
had that like epic moment of like meow, meow, but really
So-
they're surrounded by a bunch of invisible people.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically going to daisy chain through the ground into this place.
Well,
With Rohan
Yeah.
invisible with
Rohan take one or two, and then I take one. Like if Rohan took,
You create. Here's the
Carissa.
thing, the terrain around you starts rumbling,
Oh,
and anyone who grabs your hand starts sinking into it in a way that feels comfortable.
that's cool. So I wouldn't have to give them earth lungs.
No.
So okay, I was planning on giving just everybody earth lungs, so you can just
Earth
be buried
lungs.
alive, and no one. It's a spell I've had since the beginning. That's how I do this.
You essentially are casting this as well as your maneuver through Earth on them as well.
Does anybody
Awesome.
want to go swim with me?
Freya would go swimming.
I think that's a
Um,
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rohan would probably look at Kid and
So I'll keep
be
you
like,
safe by keeping you away from any fire that could happen.
I think Rohan would look at Kid and be like, us.
Okay.
we'll just have Peppermint have the moment of meow, meow, just one
So
person.
that's what I was gonna say. Is Peppermint is I think arguably the squishiest. I'm not totally sure, except maybe Freya is the
Nope.
squishiest.
No, it's Freya's the squishiest.
Freya's
So
still-
is the plan? Let me get this plan that we have. One person is going towards the gate, right? The door, the opening, the mine.
Well, you've got a group of people going towards the.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got Yolanda and Winra and the
Right.
sheriff
But what
and
I think
Exexa all
what I-
outside.
what I think Maxine was saying is a couple of people tunnel, a couple of people fly invisibly,
Okay.
and then one person walks up to be like so that some of the creatures are like, hey you, and as they start to get close, boom, suddenly we just all appear and then we book it in.
Supplies,
All right.
happy birthday!
So essentially, here's what happens. You don't
Okay.
need people to fly in.
Okay.
You tunnel the group of them into the crystal
shit.
caverns.
Oh, just the
Oh
whole way.
God.
Yes. It
Guys,
is.
I think
Okay, that's
we're there.
even
Go
better.
a little further.
That's
go a
great.
little- Oh. Okay, guys.
You
We're
are
just
now-
all holding on each other's ankles.
Yeah. As one of you erupts in the crystal caverns, things are quiet.
Yeah.
Maxine, you can pop your head out and get it. You can kind of feel where people might be. There is an enemy fortified position up ahead. It feels like there is a small gate with about 10 people at it. And a clear path to it from you. Like if you walked out into the cave, you could walk up to it. But you also don't have to leave the cave just yet.
Okay.
So if you want, one of you can walk up to that gate and the other can pop out of the walls next to you.
Yeah.
I will walk up to the gate.
Okay.
Our little the child looking one is just like la 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 la.
With her massive frilled like armor.
What's waiting at the gate?
Waiting at the gate are a number of beings. Several of them are night lords or night minions.
Oh,
A
God.
couple of them are the black sunglass wearing people.
Ugh.
And they go, "You there? This area is off limits. Surrender."
No. No. I'm going to give you 4 seconds to leave before I get upset.
Oh.
Open fire.
Oh no. Okay.
Yep,
I
no,
jump
we're-
out of the wall with the shield.
If it's possible for me to get them as close to the people as possible, so that
Yeah.
she's here, and like if the people are here and she's here, get them at least halfway, so they
Well,
just
you are keeping the people in the wall, but Kid jumps, lets go of the hand and jumps
I
out into the middle of
blast
the
out of
hall
the
with the
wall.
shield, which
I
takes
give you a nice squeeze and just like loud.
Yeah. Like a metal cannonball and land with the big shield to
the shield
block.
deflecting attacks from Starissa.
Yeah.
Yo.
Starissa, what do you do?
I will. I don't know if I want to play the card yet.
Okay.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's gonna be better things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I am just going to dodge to the left and just start clawing into people as much as I can.
All right. You start running up there. And as you get through, these are advanced guards. They are holding their own. Roll some 2 attacks for me.
Okay. That with my strike and everything.
Yes.
Okay, that is a 15
Uh-huh.
and a 7.
All right. So they're tougher than you expect, but you get a good number of blows on them. You're not going to take out all 10 of these. You take down one of the sunglassed gentlemen. And inside the bug comes out and you squish it. As one of these more advanced hounds does manage to get a spear point into your armor,
Okay.
doing some damage. Let's say,
Doing not gonna worry about it amount of damage.
I'm gonna say 15 damage.
Okay.
It's like the natural one, so you kind of have to take damage. So maybe 1 damage, kind of damage, but like it's a charisma check, so it's fine.
Whatever.
When is Rohan coming out of the wall?
Rohan, like once Starissa gets started, they want to like kind of come and basically land like right in the middle of the mass of things and start hitting.
So as you are diving through these tunnels, once again, Jeddah grabs Rohan and flings them into, like you go underneath and flings Rohan up, who bursts from the ground, wings brushing against the sides of this 20-foot
I
wide
just do
tunnel.
wind lift, do what I
Yes.
did with the knife, and just.
Go ahead and
I'm just
roll.
going around the cavern, just throwing my people into the.
Go ahead and roll 3 attack rolls.
So who's still
As
in
you are
Okay,
absolutely
20.
absurdly fast.
All right, 24,
Yeah.
27,
hmm
and 19.
These black armored beings, there was approximately 8 of them. Now there's approximately 5.
Give or take a few ligaments.
Yes, there is a little bit of back and forth as one or two of them almost catch Rohan and block a few of the blows, but not enough as Rohan's blade, which now appears to be not so much fiery as flaming strings. You did it again.
I did it again, Kevin. I'm sorry. I can't
okay.
open my spells without calling you. I'm sorry.
It happens. It's all right.
Maxine needs to learn how to use computers.
I've needed to know that from a very long time.
Same.
So as Rohan wails into these three advanced Night Lord minions, there is a flood of ash as what looked to be flames now looks to be like if you made a flame out of tapestry thread.
That's cool.
The threads, the burning threads of Rohan's blade slice through these beings, removing them from fate.
They're just fucking, they're not even dead, just burn them out of existence.
They went-
Good God. They have ceased to be.
Peppermint,
My God.
Yes.
where would you like to come out of the tunnel?
Close enough to the fight to get one or two of them with my magic net spell.
One or two of them are coming, or some of them are coming up behind Starissa and, well, not Starissa, behind Rohan, and one of them looks like they have a clear shot. You just cast the spell. You don't need to roll for that spell ever. That is a 9, and that is a 10. That's not going to be enough.
No, they
They
need
don't
a
have
16 to
bonuses.
dodge that.
Yeah, they don't have that. As two of them moving to like catch Rohan a little stressed, where they might not be able to kill Rohan, but will get a good hit in, are just absolutely Spider-Man'd into the wall. With magic webbing that looks like, I'm going to say yours looks like sticky vines. Or do you want it to look like spirit threads?
I'm good with the vines.
The vines also looking a little bit as though they were woven, with a little bit of the rough texture of cloth as they pin two of these beings entirely to the wall. And Rohan turns around with a moment and decapitates one of them. Freya, what do you do?
Freya kind of wants to go all Mission Impossible, and because this is not her.
Yeah.
She is. If I can like sneak and somehow find Greeks that way, and
You
get
and me
them
are on the
out,
same shot. Yeah.
and get them out, while being all like a sneaky sneak, like she's been trained to do.
Can we
That
just
would
keep
be
going through the
amazing.
wall and just keep going?
The two of you keep going.
Can we just like
Kid, you one of the other hollow man pulls out a Gatling laser and starts wailing into your shield. As you slowly walk up,
we'll
Yep,
unlock the
that's
door.
exactly what I want to do, is like with my flaming hammer behind me, just like on
so
the
go
ground.
ahead and
just-
give me one attack roll.
Okay.
We should just start creeping out the people on the other side of the door and
You're
just
like Reinhardt from Overwatch.
Yeah. Yes, actually, the hammer, the shield.
That's beautiful.
13
Good
plus 5. So
That's an 18. That's
18
good.
to hit. Yeah.
You absolutely connect with his weapon as well as his torso. And he is battered into the wall of this cavern, and you hear crystals crack as this being's hollow shell is destroyed, and a squishing sound as the bug within is bashed against the wall.
Peppermint, do you want a Gatling gun?
The Gatling gun doesn't actually work anymore. You
Oh,
put your
I-
hammer through the side of it.
Never mind, I broke it. I'm sorry.
I didn't want it anyways.
Okay, just making sure.
That would have been great though.
All right.
I guess
As-
so. So we're just gonna keep moving down the tunnel, killing the bad guys while
Yes.
they try to go and if. Oh, I love it. Yeah. That's
Okay,
good.
okay, Peppermint, hear me out though. Would you use a Gatling gun if the bullets were like essential oil things, but they were full of like
Holy shit!
poison oak
Yes.
and like poison,
Yeah.
poison ivy and shit?
Let me tell you about how people fight vampires.
Basically, Hellboy. Those are Hellboy bullets, like from the movie, where they're like full of holy water and shit, and like
itchy
the
stuff.
bunch of garbage in there.
But like, would you use a Gatling gun then?
I'd
It's
consider it.
natural.
What if it
All
was
natural.
made? What if it was made of wood?
Or cheese?
wouldn't
Okay, how
get it.
about
Don't
we
think that-
continue
Alright,
fighting? How about we continue fighting?
The two of you moving past down the hallway find that there is a number of troops up top. They haven't detected the two of you in the ground, but there is definitely reinforcements on their way, including big, heavy, solid footsteps.
Oh no.
There,
Oh no.
you get past what you feel is probably about 3 different checkpoints and 2 switchbacks that seem to be rigged to explode. There's a number of traps down here, a number of automated defenses, but those automated defenses keep kicking on and then failing.
Oh,
Ivy.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you poke your head out and one of the automated defenses turns and starts shooting at one of the the night hounds, and then the night hound just rips it off the wall.
Your sister is really handy, Peppermint.
She has her moments.
Outside.
Yeah,
The camera
yeah.
cuts away to outside.
Definitely not all the time.
Or actually, Freya has a vision. Not Rohan. Freya has a
Ooh.
vision outside of Yolanda getting hit very badly by a 20-foot big black hammer and just getting knocked back into Exaxa's armor. And Exaxa reaches the 20-foot thing, brings its sword down over Yolanda into this thing's massive head, and it splits as the dragon blood sword disrupts the magic that these beings are made of.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh man, awesome.
Ren
You made
6
that! You
Ren
made
6 is on his earpiece calling down different
Oh
troop
my God.
formations and occasionally throwing out a wave of psychic force that just knocks out the right guy at the right time to cause a kind of lucky chain of events that leads to like these troops were about to move up, but now they can't because this one dude fell down and knocked them all back. He is basically sniper pushing people out of formation
Awesome.
and disrupting their flow.
while like also being a tactician at the same time.
And all of that's very impressive.
Very cool.
There is a whine of an engine up above as missiles come down and are intercepted by the flying hunters. And there is a mid-air dance fight, essentially, between the hunters and Riley's Samus power armor souped up to the limit of physical possibility.
Fuck yeah.
And then Winra comes winding through. She's not a dragon. She doesn't look like a dragon, but she hits like one as she flies and tears these things off of Riley, allowing Riley to continue bombing.
Good. Just that's a good way to get rid of your anger and your pent up energy. Just go to town on these guys.
Is she like Miss Marveling, basically, like flying over, grabbing them, like smashing them together with her bare hands?
She is essentially Captain Marveling.
Holy shit! Awesome.
And her
fucking
act-
awesome.
She is
Evan.
Captain Marvel 2ing to a bit, where her eyes are glowing and there's just energy radiating from her.
I could totally see her do like this, like smashing 2 heads and like, whoa, and her hair flicks back.
Yeah, she's got like a bunch of big hairs. How I imagine it, like very poofy
Yes.
hair.
And then just like
Awesome.
swings it out of the way and then whoa, back into something.
She is not graceful, but
No.
she is power.
Yeah,
But-
that's how I envisioned her.
Then the camera pans over.
Oh, she's so cool.
Sorry, I need to just get this right because I want to.
She's so cool.
There is
Oh.
a golden man with enormous wings.
Oh my.
Rohan.
His hair looks like it is made from gold, and his eyes are flowing as though they are made of metal. his skin is straight granite as these angel wings push aside his duster, and he grows to about 25 feet high. And the sheriff starts pummeling. This is a
What the
throwback, by the way. We've seen one of these before
Oh my gosh.
when it was
What?
attacking a coliseum. No one on this team has seen it,
Mm-hmm.
but this is a chroma. Much like the Jesus man was an angel of water,
Mm-hmm.
the sheriff is an angel of the earth.
Oh, I love this guy.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
So that's why he and I got along so much, because we were both Earth.
Oh, that's why he likes
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Oh shit.
Because he put up with me way more than he probably should have.
Holy shit.
Oh,
So we
God.
have two. Hold on. So on our side, we have two like 25-foot behemoths with
Yeah.
like huge swords just
Yeah.
lawnmowing.
Oh, the sheriff
these
doesn't have a
things.
sword. The sheriff is just punching.
Holy shit. Does he in my hold on, in my mind, Kevin, I'm imagining big metal angel with a duster still?
Granite, like a granite angel, but the duster's kind of
Granite.
torn off, and then
Okay.
the
Duster's
duster
off.
did not grow with him.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
But
Did
this
the
is the
hat-
first time anyone
the
has
hat grow
seen
with-
the angel's wings.
Wow.
Holy shit, that's cool. Are they also made of granite?
They are.
That's awesome.
It's pretty fucking
Awesome.
cool. Our team rules.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys. These guys are
Making
fucked. Let's do
friends
it.
makes sense.
They're
is why
making
you-
progress,
Yeah.
but they're
There's a-
not winning.
There's a lot of bad guys.
There's
okay.
more
Yeah.
than was seen before.
Yeah.
The
It's a lot
sheriff
of
gets
time.
knocked back, but continues just in a straight up grapple with like 4 of them on him, and it seems to be kind of an even grapple. Whereas Yolanda's just whiling around, her arms sometimes elongating with jagged metal, whereas her porcelain doll form, her diminutive porcelain doll form, clears the ground around the feet of the big behemoths.
Oh, that's so cool.
Once again, she is uniquely suited to killing the minions, and she does.
Awesome.
I love how easily these people are pairing up. Like you have the big one and the little one, and then like even our team, like how like like Freya and I, it's like you guys are good with getting this. Freya and I'll go unlock the doors behind, so by the time you're ready, the door will be unlocked. Like we got this. We are
Yeah.
strike teams, A teams.
But Exaxa is knocked back as a black metal form
Oh no.
with a massive sword sends the magical unit reeling as the armory has emerged into that melee.
I'm sorry. The armory knocked back to Exaxa.
After
Bro,
several spells were cast on the armory.
I
and
know
did
he's
nothing.
evil, but evil me kicks fucking ass. He is terrifying. He is fucking terrifying. I would be so much stronger if I was evil. Holy shit, he sucks. we gotta put that devil in the dirt
Look,
for
you just gotta
sure.
put family differences aside. He's your brother, and you love.
Well, he's
him.
my brother, so I have to
Not
I
your
have to
brother.
talk
Not
to
your
him and
brother.
try to
Yeah.
bring him to our side. Yeah.
As the
yeah.
two of you whirling under the ground get closer and closer to the center, there comes a point where you hit what feels like an incredibly thick wall, but it's not made of stone, it's not made of metal. It's made of magic. You've hit a rune wall. Like a wall of not a rune, but a, what do they call them? Circle of protection. But you can hear through it. You can see you can get just on the other side of the wall is a room
I
filled
totally
with
make, like, a
computers.
I make like a little like hole, and I'm like peeking through the little dirt hole that I've made, and then I'll like grab Freya by the collar of the neck. I don't mean to, but I'm like kind of just pulling her forward, and then I scooch over so she can see.
This room full of computers that is magically warded is directly underneath the room, you know, or that Sysamin has told you that Greeks is in. Greeks is in the part of the room at this absolute top of this circle, this dome of this perfect circle sphere of protection. But close enough that you can see and hear what is going on in that room. An older mage, he is dressed in now what looks to be like leyline walker gear with all the blue replaced with a shadowy black. He has he's a black man with curly, close cropped hair, and he is standing next to the prince, no longer in a power suit. The prince, known as Mr. Moss, is now standing in full Night Lord regalia, which is the black armor with a number of spikes coming off of it at all points, and a Mr. Sinister cape.
Perfect.
God.
Did we ever meet Mr. Moss?
You saw him when you exploded the factory he was in.
Right. He was
Yeah.
like, ah, dang it, and he left. Right. Okay.
Yes, he yelled at the mage to get him out of there.
That's the mage that killed Peppermint's dad.
Yes.
Yep.
And also in that room, standing right next to Greeks is Tyrgix. Greeks is chained in front of a computer, absolutely bound to a chair in front of a computer terminal, and Tyrgix is just behind him, in his ear, saying, "Do it, do it."
Oh, buddy, hold on, we're almost there, buddy.
What can we do?
And I poke.
You
this is
all are
just-
fighting. You don't see this.
No.
Yeah, I think
no.
this is just Freya and I just poke her. I'm like,
Can I see a way to somehow just? It's like I can't.
You do see other guards in that room as well.
Okay.
Is there another wall we could travel? I can literally go through walls, but like, not whatever this is. I can't. This is not. I can't do this. Like, can
Is
we
there
try to
any
go-
way that we can somehow disrupt this process?
You see connections here going out to the towers above. You see cameras and status for the towers. One of the towers looks like it has been badly damaged, and you can start to feel a little bit of PPE. 3 PPE per round is accessible, which is very little. So the control over this newly created triangle is starting to break, or has been damaged. I wouldn't say starting to break yet, but you see a number of computer equipment that is feeding upwards.
Is there a way that the wires and stuff are going through the shield that we could like cut them and like sever ties and stuff?
You do see a
going up the
number of
walls?
them. None of you are tech experts. The wiring
Here, I would
is
just cut it. I don't care.
the wiring is useful for a more direct connection. You will not disable the system by doing so, but you will make it have to put off an immense amount of power to maintain signal. So
Right.
doing so would set them back greatly,
Yeah.
but would expose that you are there.
I can start doing that. If you want to stay here, I can start making a distraction. See those wires over there? They're going through the earth. I can get there and cut them. I don't know what they do, but it looks like they're important. So if they want them, I do too.
Yeah. Is there anything I could do to help get the team back here faster?
You see that there's a number of cameras, and you see there is one guy kind of coordinating the underground reinforcements. He's at a terminal off to the side. He is kind of like in a... You think you could take him out without alerting the rest of the room to your presence if you do it well.
And that's why I have that suit.
Yep.
So Frey's just gonna be like, "You wires."
But
me?"
once she's out of
Yeah.
there, you will no longer be able to go back into the ground.
Gonna be
Freya
so-
knows.
Okay.
I mean, I can always cut
it's
them
okay.
and go get everybody else, and then just meet
Yeah.
here.
Just do that. And then help them get here. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna kind of put my hand out to shake her hand, and I'm gonna give her Ironhide. Give her armor.
Another layer of armor underneath your stealth armor.
Yeah. You
You
just
do feel
real
heavier.
shiny. You just feel so shiny.
This is the chrome dipped version of your action figure,
Yeah.
Okay.
which the invisibility still works.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Basically, you just see I take your hand, and as I shake it, it's like, you know, those like the worms you see under the ground, under like a road, a cement road, how it like piles up like that. As I
It's
shake your
iron
hand,
filings.
and it kind of goes over, and you just feel that it's like
How much more is that?
Like 100, I think. Maybe 50 to 100.
protection. It says 35, 20 plus 15 per level. So it starts at 35 and then 20 plus 15 per level.
So 15 per level would be... You're about 60. Let's just call it, you know what? 75. I think it's 75.
Good. All right. So not very has it.
I just
All
That's
right.
cool.
usually this, and I just fall back, and as I
Yeah.
fall back, the earth just kind of sucks me in.
Yeah.
All right. As the earth sucks you back in, you make your way headed directly to those power lines. Make a roll to dodge.
Okay. Let's use my water dice because I want to not be hit. Can't hit water. Can hit this water. Wait, this is the D20, right? Yes.
Yeah, just give me a
So-
roll. I don't think you have huge bonuses to dodge.
I rolled a 6.
All right.
It's okay,
You
I'm a
are flowing
distraction
through
anyway.
Earth, so you're not expecting any attacks to come at you. As a giant shield claw comes through the Earth at you, and you look around and you get caught. You get whaled for
No, thank you.
25 damage.
No, thank you.
As you see Crofter, the Nightbane with the shield claw, the badger mole.
You said 25 points?
Yes,
Okay. No.
is in front of you. Says, "Nuh-uh. I'm getting paid to keep this line safe."
That's funny. You need paid. And I just want to like fucking I want it. Wait, where did I put it? I just moved my spells. I got out of my spells so I could take out my damage. Oh, there it is. I want to do my wind lift. And literally it's, what is this?
3 tons of rock.
Yeah, there's floating earth and wind lift, and they both do basically the same. Oh, there it is. Yeah, wind lift. Toss up to 500 pounds worth of rock and plants at an enemy, or move it out of the way by using 2 more actions to do
Well,
it.
you don't need to move it out of the way because you can throw it at an enemy, and this
basically
is
just
just
wanna throw it
underground. This is
back out. Yeah.
this is all happening within the ground itself.
If possible,
Mhm.
I don't care if I alert the other people that I'm there.
Yeah.
So if I can like literally throw him back into the room, maybe that would like have him knock into some people and like.
Roll that attack roll.
Yeah.
You'll definitely hit him. I don't know if you'll get high enough to knock him into the room because
Okay.
he is sturdy as hell.
Okay. Chocolate chip ice cream dice. Natural 20. Freaking natural 20.
All right, we'll get to what happens. Freya,
Yes.
you're in this room. You are invisible.
Mhm.
You are moving silently. You have the effect of 3 different spells on you, including Ironhide. There is a corner where there is one person engineering like the entire underground, funneling people to bolster the underground, while another person is helping coordinate the above ground forces. Both of them are kind of off to the side from the main group, where Tirgix is egging on Greeks, and Moss turns to Tirgix and goes, "You told me he would cooperate." Tirgix, "So he will if he wants to get home." Greeks is like, I don't know. I mean, I have stuff here.
Fucking love
It's just
Greek.
like, do you understand what would happen if we brought this technology back? Do you understand? We could end the war. We could end all wars. You and I would know, and none of them would. And we would be powerful for once. We wouldn't be foot soldiers in their wars anymore. We could be emperors. Tigix goes, sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
So Greeks.
Yeah, yeah. Greek. I
Yeah.
was like, fear
So
gas?
Greeks.
Greeks goes, sounds like... And the mage goes, oh. Freya, what are you doing?
So they're controlling like all the cameras and like guns and stuff.
And they're coordinating, much like Rensix is from his vantage point. They are tactical coordinators. These are the other seats on the Death Star. Like, or other seats on the Emperor ship. Like all those people sitting along the side while Darth Vader yells at the Grand Moff.
Are they sitting down
Yes.
in chairs?
Yes.
Is it
They seem to
possible-
be actual people.
Actual people? Is there any way, because I have a feeling that if I just killed them, since they're in the same room with them, is there any way that I can just poison them to make them like paralysis?
Do you want to make them sluggish and bad, or do you want to make them statue?
I want it to, like, since they're sitting,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're looking at them, you still might think they're working.
You know of something called Medusa's wine. You have you've got 2 vials on it of you because you are a poisoner. You know how to apply this, and it is by touch. Or it's called Medusa's caress, because Medusa's wine would be a draft. Anyway, this is Medusa's caress. And you know it will paralyze them perfectly in place, unable to breathe for about an hour. Now, there's a downside to not being able to breathe for more than, let's say, 2 minutes. The downside is death. But it will cause them to maintain perfectly in place. There's something magical about this poison that has shown if someone is falling and you give it to them, they will stop falling. They'll also be dead.
Yeah.
But it will pause them in space.
And it's enough time for her to.
So you need to roll me an attack roll and a poison check.
A strike.
Yes, to strike with any knife or dagger.
Yeah, I got a 15.
That's absolutely going to be enough to hit the sitting guy there who's not aware you're there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you D&D advantage. So go ahead and roll again just to see if you get higher. If not, that's totally cool. Take the higher number.
22.
What'd you get on the die, actually?
19.
19 is enough for you to crit now.
Oh. Okay.
Because your crit increased by 1, by the way.
Oh, okay. I see.
Now go ahead and roll that poisons check to see how long this will last. It will succeed in getting them. There is no getting out of...
Oh, yeah. There it is.
It's just
Use
how
some
well you applied it.
$18. Under
18
44.
under a 44, yes. You applied this effortlessly as you rub your knife against the back of their necks. Just one right after the other. Both of them immediately stopped talking, but they were talking very quietly into headsets. And neither of them move. Tyrgix is starting to yell at Greeks. Moss is starting to yell at Tyrgix. And then the giant view screen that Moss is staring at becomes a badger man who goes flying into into the Night Prince himself.
Friendship is magic, bitch.
Standing at the other end of the tunnel that was freshly made is the armored up form of Jeddah. Now, the rest of the group is making their way through the tunnel. It takes a little bit of time, but it looks how you want it to look. This is a splash page of the two of you, of the group, moving through like a double splash page, and then another double splash page of
like
just
how
all of you doing things.
the
Oh.
If
two
you would like to describe a few of them, you may.
the two people who didn't want to like get involved in the fighting are the ones who are taking on the big.
You just got there first.
Yeah,
like,
we just
don't
got there
want
first.
To,
We're-
we do want to.
We're coming. We're coming.
Yeah.
Kate, you're muted.
I know.
And then can Freya see and then somehow help them as well?
Freya can start. Freya, give me any radio operator or any other skill that you think might be relevant, or radio basic, any other radio skill.
Yeah, I do have radio basic.
Everybody's got radio basic. You push the button, you talk, and then you let go.
Do you have anything else?
I think maybe some mages don't, because they don't know if they're trained in it or not. But
I have basic
pretty much.
electronics. Do you want radio
That'll be
basic?
great. Whichever's
Electronics?
higher.
Radio is higher.
Yeah, generally is, because you know how to use a radio.
That is. What is it? Radio basic. It's 60 under 75.
Perfect. You start giving conflicting orders to other troops. You can't do this to both the above and below. I think you'd prioritize the below, which is
Yes.
because once your group gets in there,
Yeah.
it ends the need for the above.
Mm-hmm.
So you start easing their opposition, causing their opposition to run into chaos, run down different tunnels, cover exit or entrances that don't have anyone attacking them. But the four of you, I will say, because Rohan is with the assault group,
Yes.
do you want to describe moving through one of these checkpoints?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you've ever I don't know if any of you have read Next Wave, but the last issue of Next Wave is just a bunch of double-page spreads of people like making their way to the top of a tower. This is
That
essentially
sounds
4 pages
awesome.
of that. Next Wave is a blast.
I'm envisioning like in like Marvel comics when like they're all just beating the shit out of like a bunch of bad guys.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining. It's like Avengers. So he's probably got the shield like slamming through like two guys or like on the shield, you know what I mean? While he's just like, I feel like Kid is just being like a train sometimes, just boom, like going through, knocking people about, and generally blocking stuff. You know what I mean?
It's like I
while
think
swinging the hammer.
yeah, like I think Rohan is in the front and Kid is getting whoever Rohan can. It's like
yeah, I
And
imagine
Starissa
Rohan sweeping
flip-
through with the X's, and then as they like try to regroup, he just poof, bashes them again.
Starissa's
We're
pretty
like the
fast.
cavalry.
I think Starissa is like any stragglers don't make it past Starissa.
They just
And
don't.
there's a scene where she like gets flying and does like a drill with her claws and just like dives right through someone.
Ooh, that's fucking cool.
The thing bursts into that dust as you go through it, and you land and flick the dust off of you in a very stylish pose.
And then let out this little sneeze.
What's Peppermint? What kind of like do you have like crazy ass like powers and abilities now that you can do like extra?
Always
Magic
had
juice.
pretty damn big powers. Your staff is considered a mega damage weapon against
Yes.
all of these things.
Yes.
You can just
Um,
batch him in the head with your staff.
Yeah.
That's fucking
I
cool.
can
Okay.
I can also use Life Blast here to give everybody a boost.
Absolutely. All of you have taken a
Keeping
bit of
us
a
alive.
bit of bruising, and Peppermint has been there to prevent it from being anything worse,
Mhm.
as well as occasionally just like jamming her staff through the head of one of the Hollow Men.
Yeah,
Being
yeah,
our-
you have
our
a face,
war
so
medic.
You don't need that.
You don't use that for sensing. You don't need eyes. Bam.
Faces are irrelevant here.
And Rohan just mows through the Nightbane soldiers, even the toughest ones, give him pause occasionally. There's a couple. You actually encounter about 3 different Hound Masters that start invisible, but Starissa points them out.
Game
And
over.
Rohan just wrecks them. They have whips, but they are not tough. And one of them gets like Rohan's sword in one of the whips, and another one gets Rohan's other arm, and Rohan just pulls them into each other using their whips. It's a mighty scene of fighting as we progress through the hallway until this group hits the edge of the magic bubble.
Ow!
Peppermint walks up, reach back, pulls the hairpin out of her hair.
A thing none of you have ever really seen before.
I don't know if that's gonna work, Peppermint. I just hit it with my
And then
hammer.
just pops as the.
What the
There's an
fuck?
audible popping sound.
You kid just like, oh, ew, yeah.
And in the
That's
room,
bullshit.
Henley Rivers goes, "What the living fuck?"
Who?
The mage that cast
Mage.
that.
His
Just-
name is Henry Rivers.
Henley Rivers,
Henley Rivers. What a like a weird bland name. For
the Shadow
a
Mage.
Yeah.
I think I gave him a cool nickname once, but he's the Shadow. Yeah, Henley
Mr.
Rivers, the Shadow
Rivers.
Mage.
Excuse me, Mr. Rivers, your bubble popped. Sorry.
You know?
His
That's
circle
right,
of protection
pop
is
your bubble.
dispelled by the forces that taught him how to make it.
No.
Oh, does Peppermint see him?
There's now an entire server room full of computers that have just been exposed. There is an open hallway that leads up to the room where Henley Rivers and Tyrgix and Greeks and other assorted Nightbane forces are.
Wait, so we're not looking at them. They're upstairs a little bit.
You can see them. There is 2 paths.
Okay.
One goes straight, the other goes up, and you can see up as the giant Badger Man gets knocked
That's where we
into the
want
thing,
to be.
and then
You just
the
see
bubble
my
pops.
feet. You just see my little feet go up through the ground.
Nice.
So I'm like,
She's doing work.
The reports from up top, Freya, aren't great for your team.
Getting overwhelmed.
They are being literally overwhelmed. It seems like they have been hiding troops here for a long time, and they've started to try to use the Crystal Caverns to get some of their forces through, and it's starting to work.
Are we in communication with each other?
Yes. Ivy has secured your communications, and Sysadmin has created it so that it is now just part of your ear. Now is a tiny computer. Like,
Would you
took
be
some of
tell-
your ear bones and turned them into a magical computer.
Oh, good.
real creepy but helpful.
Great.
In this situation, the effect will wear off, you were told.
Freya is just going to be like, we need to cut these guys off at the knees. Getting overwhelmed upstairs, so we need to do this. We need to do this now.
Should I break all these computers?
I'm going through the wires, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Crofter, it jumps back and is trying to fight you, but you are way too maneuverable in the ground. Maxine.
I am gonna smash some of these computers because I have a big hammer
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I feel like I'm not the best fighter. So I feel like I'll be up there in a minute if you guys
Just-
need me.
Peppermint.
Just gonna say that there is a faster way if Jeddah can open a hole in the ground, destroy all those computers.
Well,
I can
you,
do something faster
Well,
because I
I
can
was
call
gonna
lightning
you
as
actually
long
can
as there's
see
open
into it.
sky.
Oh, but you
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, you're like 20 feet underground.
I was
Yo.
gonna say if she can get that to me, I was going to say once I have my mission of cutting those wires, I was literally just gonna wear him out by chasing me and just do Tom and Jerry shit all around while you guys are fighting, so he's not worried. But if she needs me to do that, I will purposefully tag him up in the top so that all I have to do is just stomp my foot and it all just like,
That's what happens.
Wait, if you
Oh.
do that,
Yeah.
can he be in the column that you drop?
That's what I'm
Because
like.
if he lands and then
like
you
this-
call lightning through the hole and he's at the bottom of the hole, then it fucking hits Crafter too.
So basically, I'll just
If
make
we
a
can
bunch
get-
of circles, and I'll make a bunch of circles so that it like etches it out, and then I go in the middle. I'm like,
And is that in a different room than
That is going down
Oh,
kind of below you guys.
Okay.
You're still in the control room.
Okay.
As it takes a little bit to do that. So that is happening.
yeah.
Awesome.
There is
Awesome.
more fire coming from behind you, kid, that you've got to kind of prevent from hitting anybody with your
Okay.
shield.
Yep.
Because there's troops that have started to reform trying to pull back into the command center after finding out that their instructions were bad.
I'm holding the door. I'm hodoring
Darissa.
basically the. Got it.
You're holding an entire hallway. Starissa.
Yep.
Can
What
I
are you doing?
teleport into the room with Greeks?
Absolutely. Roll your teleport check.
You get so excited. Ooh.
Oh, nope. 93.
Well, here's what happens then. You teleport into the room and are diverted into a magical box that was set to prevent anyone teleporting in.
Ugh.
In another jail.
You are basically in a kind of a box that is like a mime box but getting smaller around you. And
Oh.
Henley Rivers goes, I knew it would work.
Thank you.
And Moss goes, you're so smug.
So smug.
As he stands up and wipes some of the dirt off of him. Freya,
Yeah.
what do you do? Or Rohan?
Rohan is going to be going into the room as soon as, they can.
Mm-hmm. Rohan gets there. As
Hmm.
soon as Rohan gets there, everybody make me a save versus horror factor as the Night Prince raises a hand.
Do I have to make it at this point?
Freya?
Yes, everybody.
Hard.
Did you
Doctor
say
made
the
it,
prince?
Rivers made it.
Did you
I
say
got a
the
19,
prince?
I rolled a
The prince
19.
put up a hand, and everyone has to make a save versus horror
All right,
factor.
good. As long as you didn't say Night Lord.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting.
I was gonna poop myself.
the
Well, a
Black
Night Lord
armor.
would just come in and transmute all the oxygen into
We'd
I
all
don't
just
know,
be
metal.
dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus God.
Wait, transmute all the oxygen into metal, but
Which would be fine for you, but then he would then turn it into fire.
Ooh.
Okay, I got a dirty 20 and
Fantastic.
a nat 20.
All right.
Nice.
Who got the nat 20?
Freya.
Freya.
I also got a dirty 20.
Okay. Anyone get under 12?
I got 12.
I got 12 as well.
All right,
What does that
the two of you were given pause. Fortunately, one of you was waiting for a hole, and the other one was in a box.
Just waiting for a hole.
Just waiting for Jeddah to carve it.
I have a cool thing I want to say when it's finally time for him to fall. Just
And then the Night Prince, the room the Night Prince is in, becomes a barren wasteland.
oh.
Anyone who wants to do anything in that room must make a save versus illusion before they do it.
Okay, I'm out of the room, but I will have to.
You're not in that room.
Would I have to do
What,
this
is
to
it,
just
is it
continue
save
to
versus
hold?
magic?
A save versus magic. If you have any bonuses against illusion, I will let you add them in. The save on this one is a 16.
Freya got a 16.
All right, you have saved. Greeks is like, where the hell are we?
Where am I?
Tyrgix is like, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Oh God, it's not real. Where are we? So tear geeks, even knowing it's not real, still failed. They're safe.
Aw,
Wow.
poor baby.
Wow.
We just need to show him that friendship is magic and that he doesn't have to.
It's
be
true.
Like,
It's true. Just like my brother.
He
Um,
just
Got this.
knows
Throughout
that
this battle, things yeah.
Is there anything, since Freya got the team there before this happened, since she saved,
Yeah.
anything she could do to help the people on top?
You can go around and start giving them like bad orders or weakening their system.
Weakening their system, because I think the bad
Alright,
orders won't be
You
enough.
start to change the friend. Do you have hacking by any chance? I don't think you do.
No.
Ivy gave you a thumb drive earlier, we'll say. Go ahead and roll a percentile check for Ivy's hacking, which is quite high.
I rolled a 65.
All right, that is still under her hacking, which is
Okay.
obnoxious. You take out the thumb drive that says friender lol and put it into the computer. And what it does is corrupts their friend or foe automated firing patterns into detecting that armor as foe. This turns all the automated systems that were going off and on into permanently on but firing at Nightbane forces. This doesn't actually hurt the Nightbane forces.
But
What it means is it doesn't hurt your people whatsoever either.
Okay, good.
That's a better of the two evils.
Up top, you see the armory is absolutely pounding on Yolanda, who just keeps getting back up. Exax's construct is still wielding the sword against the giant troops. The sheriff is down on one knee, but seemingly just throwing little guys around. And Winra is taking out the Sky Forces with Riley. Exaxa gets up to one of the towers and puts the blue sword into it, and there is a shattering sound of magic hitting magic, resonating with dimensional forces. And you hear over your inner party comms, Saxa go, well, that's not supposed to happen.
Oh.
And at that point, the hole opens.
He's been chasing me, right?
Mhm.
And I finally am ready, and I just turn around and I wait for him, and I'm like, so they pay you. Let's see what self-sufficiency looks like. And I smashed him on the ground.
I don't know what that means.
You smash a number of the computers with just the rock. And then Crofter. And then Peppermint.
Didn't I call lightning? There's no saving throw for this. It just
No saving throw on
happened.
Call Lightning.
Yeah, I
just
love
kind of-
Call Lightning.
Lightning just
Oh.
happens to him.
Yep.
I just like back up into the thing, and I just go.
Here's the thing. You're grounded, technically.
That's fair. And
The
then
lightning
like yeah.
ruptures and hits the entire data center.
Does it electrocute me and my shield also? Like,
The
Okay.
electricity runs and looks like it's about to hit you, but turns into threads that flow over your armor. You all cannot hurt each other.
ooh,
But
The power of friendship.
The
but
power of friendship.
as that lightning comes off of your armor, it turns back into actual strings of electricity that go flying at people.
Does it hit the people who are attacking my shield?
Yes.
This is
Like,
awesome.
It's like when you like shuffle your feet on the carpet and
Yeah.
The lightning rains down repeatedly.
Oh, God.
The data center's shot. Tyrgix lets out what can only be called a croak of defeat.
oh poor baby.
Oh, that was all his shit. What does Crofter look like?
Crofter looks a bit crispy, and there's the smell of singed fur.
I don't think Crofter's gonna make it.
Crofter isn't looking good. How much damage does that do? I think it's like 4d6.
It's
Anymore?
1d6 per level. And
So
since
4d6.
Can I just take my just
Aren't we
just
level 5?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
level 5, so it's
5d6 now,
5d6.
yeah.
can I take my floating earth and just pull a little off the ground. Oops.
Drop it again.
Drop a rock on his head.
21
So
damage.
you just
Alright.
you see that, and then you just see Jenna's head like.
Crofter is getting beat to shit, but much like Rohan is tough as hell. But it's
Yeah.
starting to look real bad.
Those servers, though, were probably pretty clutch. That was a good idea to wipe out the whole room.
Yeah. Way to go.
The tower above ground shakes and shudders, and the entire place vibrates as the thing that was controlling this triangle is now gone.
What does that mean?
That means the thing in control of this triangle is currently Exax's sword, which is not a person. Starissa, you're in this shrinking cage next to Greeks.
Okay.
He goes, hey, hold on a sec. And Greeks is like fiddling with Greeks' fingers can just barely reach like the lock parts, and Greeks pops the locks on his chair, on their chair. Starissa, you guys made it.
Yes. Here, put this on.
You reach through what happened to be bars in your cage, and he puts it on and is like, cool. And it is legit Tron armor.
Oh my god. Just.
That goes between green, blue, and yellow
Oh, I love
in
it.
like a slow fade, like when you have an RGB set to do that. He goes, oh, huh. I guess I don't need those computers anymore. And he jams his hand onto the thing that Tyrgix was telling him to control, and you see it looks like a piece of Sysamin actually starts to spread over that computer.
Oh.
And Tyrgix goes, wait, no, wait,
Why?
that might work. And Greeks goes, yeah, but only if I wanted to.
I love that. And they're just like,
Okay.
like no.
Now there is
An evil mage, right?
there is an evil mage. There's
Night Prince.
the Night Prince who engages with Rohan,
Awesome.
and it's
Okay.
on even footing.
Oh wow.
Give me 3 attacks for Rohan.
Let's see. Wait. Rohan is plus 24.
That one will hit.
23
That one will actually not hit.
and 20.
That will not hit either. Would Rohan like to parry the 2 attacks coming at him? Or them?
Yeah.
All right, that is a 39.
That's a natural 20.
That will actually do it.
Do I need to roll again?
Yeah.
Go, Rohan, go!
And a... Nope. Yeah, 31.
29. So that one's going to come in.
All right, so there's this massive flash of swords as the Night Prince gets a couple of sound licks into Rohan and actually draws fluid that might be blood, but also takes a hit from Rohan that is so devastating that the Night Prince is staggered. A single hit from Rohan to one of these beings could potentially be deadly.
Ooh.
He survived this one. It looks like he is losing control of the room. The Night Prince looks over at
Did you get a nice
Hen-
print?
the Night Prince looks over at Henley Rivers and says, "Get me out of here."
Peppermint.
Peppermint,
Him.
you have a moment here.
Get him. Get his ass.
I,
Get that motherfucker.
Henley Rivers is about 15 feet in front of you. The path is strangely clear as the illusions start to fade in and out in this room, causing it to stop being so barren wasteland and turn back into a normal room.
I want to hit him with a magic net.
Yeah.
Then
Let
kick
me-
him in
alright,
the face.
Roll your initiative.
Okay.
You did not roll great.
I did not roll great either. I rolled a 3.
He counterspells you.
Oh.
What kind of magic is that? It tastes like soil.
That sounds about right.
What's the next thing you do?
Hit him in the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Hit that-
Yeah,
hit
that's
that
what I'm gonna go
motherfucker.
with. I'm gonna go with throwing stones. I'm just gonna summon rocks and start throwing them.
Yeah.
All right.
Go.
Go ahead and roll the attack on those.
Uh, 19 for the first one,
Okay.
and 14 for the second one.
The first one and the second one hits as well. Both of them hit into his armor. His armor of Ithan, which is up. They will do significant damage to it. One more attack from the stones might take down his armor of Ithan. I'm just going to give you abstracts rather than making you roll a bunch of numbers.
Okay.
But he doesn't seem to be. He seems to be starting a very big spell that will take multiple actions to cast. You know, being a mage, that the cure for a big multiple action spell is generally a punch to the face.
Can I just hit him with my staff then?
Absolutely.
Just beat him in the face.
Make an attack roll. He is not going to try to dodge. He can't really parry because he's mid spell.
Didn't
15.
I say before you didn't need this?
Absolutely. You catch him right in the jaw, and there's a cracking sound.
Oh yeah.
As your staff, which you forgot where you put the needle. You put it somewhere, but apparently you put it in the base of your staff. You don't remember doing that, but it's there now. It pokes through his armor and breaks his jaw. And he goes, you see his eyes stare at the needle as it goes past his nose, and the thing just breaks his jaw. He goes, no. And you see a look of fear on his face for the first time.
Did some of his teeth fall out?
No, but there was a cracking
Damn it.
sound there. Probably, some of them are probably cracked.
Yeah.
Starissa,
Yep.
your shield, or the cage, is gone. Absolutely
Okay.
dispelled. What do you do?
Wreak some havoc. Wreak some havoc.
I'm going
Rohan and the
to-
prince are on deadly combat. It doesn't look like it'll go great for the prince, but it looks like Rohan might not go well either.
Okay. I'm going to fly down at the prince, and just as I get closer, I'm going to transform, and I'm like, don't hurt my friends.
Yeah. Hulk out. Hulk
All right,
out.
give me 2 attacks. The prince has a very good parry, but is also being waylaid by
He's a
It's
little
a
distracted at the moment.
19 and a 17.
that natural 1 and another natural 1.
Wow.
The prince whips around to effortlessly parry your blows, but you know that his sword is for some reason an illusion. Because his sword is still trying to parry what he tried to defend with an illusion, and you saw right through it. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's a cool idea,
Oh.
though.
Yeah.
The prince
Is
is
my
a
damage at
master
all
magician.
boosted at all?
Yes, double it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. Also has a ton of
Fuck
hit points.
yeah. Fuck this guy. This is the guy who's been doing all of this shit. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, this guy. I mean, it was fun and all at the
Night
time.
Prince.
But like, okay, bye.
Yeah. Send him back to the Nightlands in pieces.
Rest in pieces, sir.
Is Crofter still awake?
So that's 29 base. So that would
I'll
be
make sure he's
58.
back to sleep. It's fine.
And that was both hits or just one?
That's both. Oh
Okay.
no, that was one. That's
Okay.
one. Do I double both?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Your claws were made for this moment.
These claws were made for whacking.
Oh yeah, your claws have the blood on them now.
And 50 with
Blood
the
metal.
second.
All right. You wail into the Night Prince's back, and he cries with a gasp of pain and defiance and spits black ichor onto the floor from his mouth. And yells, "You'll all pay for this. You'll all pay for this." Michelle.
That's for our future selves.
Yeah.
With.
The room is a mess right now. Crofter's down a hole. Kids battle, like, holding off a number of troops who keep trying to, like, shoot and rush him. The Jetta's creating
I'm just peeking
just-
through the hole, like making sure he doesn't get back up, so I can do it, drop it again when he wakes up.
Peppermint is in melee combat with another mage, and the Prince and Rohan were at equal footing until Starissa put her claw on the scales. What can Freya do to change this situation in her favor?
Freya Freya would know what weapon to take out, right?
Yes,
In this sort of moment.
absolutely.
Okay. I don't know if it's the knife or the gun or whatever it is. Probably the knife. 'Cause she always liked to stab.
It was the wet work they never let her do.
I know. So she's got this sneaky armor on. She wants to take out that knife and just run and see if she can, like, stab the Night Prince in the throat or just... Because, yeah.
You are unseen. You are unheard. You are absolutely silent as you move up. You squeeze around Rohan in an effortless move that the two of you choreograph without thinking. Rohan engages the prince in a sword grasp that Rohan will lose if it's permitted to continue for long. This thing's strength is higher than Rohan's.
Oof.
But his back is also in front of Freya. Make an attack roll. You crit on a 17.
Come on, you got this.
You are an assassin.
You do it. Do it twice.
I got an 18.
That's a crit.
And you're doing assassin shit.
Wipe him out.
Yeah.
No
And
one
he's
else-
a prince. That's like a real assassination.
No one
Assassinating
else
princes and
could have
stuff.
made this blow with this group to get in this close to a prince. No other Nightbane has ever stood toe to toe to toe, 2-on-1, meaning 1-on-1, with a prince for more than 6 seconds. This is a perfect blow, catching them at the base of the spine. There is no poison. There is no weird magical effect. It's simply a woman with a knife who knows how to use it and has the will.
Oh,
Shit. Oh.
There's a gargled scream as what passes for the windpipe is punctured.
Yeah, no magic's gonna help you there, buddy. Sorry. Sorry.
The entire place shakes again as the magic shudders. Gates fall open everywhere, and black troops start appearing in the center of the triangle. A whole mass of them. And then there is the sound of a second boom. A shake in the earth all around you as what can only be described as a supersonic round pierces into the middle of this group of night hounds that were summoned. There's the sound of gunfire and engines coming now. There's the sound up ahead of the cavalry that Ren 6 called in.
Oh 6, you're fucking amazing.
Righteous.
Oh,
Down here, the fight continues for a bit.
oh.
Crofter starts trying to escape. And is Jetta gonna let that happen easily?
No.
Or is
No.
Jetta going to kill him?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. So,
Because Jetta can hound him in a way no one else can.
she 100% is gonna have fun with this because she doesn't like the way she looks at it. She doesn't want to murder anybody, but like if somebody won't leave her alone, then she's gonna have fun with it, and it's like a game of tag to her. So if it pisses him off more that she's actually enjoying this, that's 100% happening.
That
What
does
if,
happen for a
Tom
while,
and
but then at
Jerry.
some point,
Yeah.
Bert taps her on the shoulders, just nods at you like, I got this. And just starts, and Bert flies off of your armor, taking some of the rock with it, but not all of it. And starts hounding Crafter as Crafter
He's
flees.
just like going like a little mouse into some...
Crafter attempts to get away and will eventually get away, but at a great cost. Tyrgix
Could it-
is standing there just crying,
Oh, baby.
staring,
I
staring
so
at, staring at the computer that Greeks is and going, it's so beautiful. I wish I could touch it, and puts his hand through the computer, which kind of fuzzes a bit.
He does the thing. He does the thing. He does the...
And Greeks puts his hand on Tyrgix, who jumps at. He's like, "How did you touch me?" He goes, I figured it out. And then he punches Tyrgix, or then they punch Tyrgix in the face, and Tyrgix has with their glass jaw.
Good.
Buddy, I
Their
figured it out.
Their absolute intangibility phase. Bam.
Good.
I just see him go, okay, buddy. I figured it out.
Gigix needed a good punch in the face.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that's just the only way to learn is just
That's the medicine.
face. Yeah, just yeah.
Up above, there is the sound of gunfire and battle as the armory continues to try to fight. The armory now knows its leadership is gone. Standing there is Henley Moss. Peppermint, you are the only one right up on Henley Moss. If Henley Moss is given time, they will escape.
I don't want to give him that time to escape. Can I use my staff to sweep his legs out from under him? And
Absolutely. You go ahead and roll a die. I will roll his dodge.
19.
7. You put him flat on his ass. The needle, Bobbit, the magic needle at the point of your staff hovers above his face. He goes, "The fuck are you even?"
Your worst nightmare.
My name is Peppermint.
Congratulations.
I'm under the impression that you killed my father.
Probably. Did she tell you that?
Yes.
You can't trust her. You know that, right?
I'm not going to take advice from the guy who's working with the Night Lords. But yes, I know.
It's like, you see, you should reconsider. And he's trying to talk to you while he reaches for something behind his back.
Do I see him reach for it?
Yes.
I don't think she minces words with him, then she just stabs him.
Finish him.
She puts the needle into him, and it doesn't go deep. before he starts to crack. Literally crack like an eggshell.
You done did a thing there, honey. You done did a thing.
When you steal power, it can be taken back. As Henley Rivers, who made himself invulnerable, dies by the same power he stole to make that happen.
Oof.
Starissa, you brought these people here. The Night Prince is down. The gate is not yet closed, but the forces above are rallying, pressing in on all sides to it. There's a motorcycle rider with pistols. There's a 4-armed Sky Knight. There is a burster laying down wave after wave of fire. There is 3 glitter boys firing into the center where the Nightbane troops or the Night forces keep entering. One of those glitter boys has an electronic emoji face on its plate.
I love them so much.
Bitches.
I want to hug them and just be like, cool, bro. You're cool.
The forces above are clearing things up, but it looks like the sheriff is down. Yolanda has taken some bruising. Yolanda has taken some bad hits. Her porcelain face is shattered in several ways.
Oof.
She refuses any healing or help, and she says, "I'll heal. It just won't be as pretty." Exaxa's sword is still stuck in the portal. He says, "Well, something's gonna have to change. I think maybe something will have to go through. I don't know. I don't know." And Exaxa sounds so annoyed that he doesn't know.
Ooh. He doesn't know what's going on.
They have annoyed him.
Hey, Kevin?
Yeah.
I have, from when we were in Palladium, one piece of history knowledge from Flord that I haven't used.
Absolutely. What is that knowledge?
How to close the portal?
The way to close the portal is by the sword is currently functioning as a conduit. It's not a conduit. It's a key. Turn it and pull it out.
Okay.
You see, we go to a flashback in Starissa's memory. And it's Floored Boniface Flancy Pants. Flancy Pants?
I
Flancy
love him
Pants.
so much.
Going, "Well, kid, you understand? A lot of times, things will think they're one way, and even the smartest people, they fool themselves by overthinking. Sometimes, you just turn it out, and you pull it out, and you're done. Remember, sometimes the simplest solution is the one you magically force into being by changing the universe around you. Got that?"
Yep.
Yep. No problem.
So,
I'm 2.
Starissa, do you fly up and grab the sword?
I do.
As you fly up and grab the sword, you feel there is enchantments on this sword that say no one may handle it except those it is destined to be handled by. And Exaxa meant himself. And maybe anyone he gifted it to, because that was clearly meant to be handled by them. But it's also meant to be handled by you. What do you do?
You're going to be a
Grab it and pull it out.
You turn it.
Just like a...
There's a loud clicking lock sound. Have your PPE, by the way.
Okay.
And you remove it from the lock. You have essentially cast Close Portal 5 times.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Because this was a triangle with several anchor points. And the magic fades. The forces up on the cliff. Hold on. Hello? Anybody there?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
a giant glitter boy comes down looking down the hole and makes a smiley emoji face.
Hi.
You just-
Hello.
Jetta's
Hello.
face just is looking down and goes, "Oh,
Mhm.
hi."
Freya
Are
and
you guys
Rohan
okay?
are still there.
Help you? We're about wrapped up here. You need help?
Yeah.
Freya and Rohan, you're still there. You've killed a night prince.
Nice.
Things are, you can feel the cavern starting to shift. The crystals are leaving. Nothing is anchoring them here anymore, and so they will go. Do you
That's
want
it.
to go with them? Rohan knows that the two of you can go with them and travel with and be the guardian of the crystal cave. Other
they can't do it
options
again.
exist. But Rohan and Freya could exist traveling with the crystal cave, being its guardians. And that doesn't mean standing there and punching monsters alone. That also means going around and making sure that the knowledge of the crystal caves is protected.
And Jetta will
There is
probably
work for
find
both
some
Freya and Rohan in protecting this crystal cave. This barrier between worlds.
This
But
is where
it
I
is a
was found.
choice.
This is where we were found. We're going to go. Don't worry, you'll hear from me. You'll hear from us
Go where?
with the crystals. We're going with the crystals.
You can see the walls of the cave are slowly becoming less crystalline and becoming more and more regular cave-like.
Like they're like phasing out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or
Well-
it's not so much phasing out as ghosting out.
Okay.
It's a subtle difference, but it's there.
That.
You said
What
you
the
were
hell's going on?
You just see me pop down. I pop down like a kid on like the hang like the monkey bars. I just hang down with my legs like holding me on. I was like, "Do you say you were leaving? Have fun. Bye. Thank you."
These have to be protected. They can't be abused again.
You're just gonna do that by yourself?
No, as I said, you'll hear from us, but we have to go follow them
When?
now.
You know that if you leave the crystal cave right now, if you don't go with it now, you will probably never find it again.
I want to run up and hug Freya.
I drop
Just wanna
down
give her
and
a
do the
big
same
hug.
thing. Yeah.
The crystal cave will fade out as slow as story demands.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you,
Let us have our
Kevin.
fucking group hug, you monster.
Unless I get bored and feel we need to move on.
You see the cave start to shimmer and then it comes back. You know, okay, fine. Take
No,
it.
Okay,
still
hold
shimmering
on.
at the
we
same
gotta-
rate. 1 minute.
I want to give Freya a hug and just say, thank you. I never would have found them without you.
Yeah, I'm really glad I changed my mind about killing you when I first met you.
That's cool. Me too.
Yeah.
You just hear.
And Rohan's still out, and he's gonna be like, "Red kid." They're just gonna like,
It is somewhat crushing.
yeah.
Even in my magical super
Yeah.
armors.
The magical super armor is starting to fade, actually.
I don't even think he notices. Listen, when you come back, you're always welcome in Lockhinge.
All right. You'll hear from us again. We're not
Good.
going to another world, but we have to. If we won't be able to find the cave if we don't go now. Thank you.
Okay.
Everyone, You-
Jeddah just tackle hugs you, just like. Have
I
fun!
didn't know I could do these things, make friends, leadership decisions. So we'll see each other again, but I'm sorry this parting is brief. I am.
That's okay.
Jeddah kind of hold your face, and you see like the blue eye flash a little bit, and she says, "We saw your strength." And the green eye kind of, "We always knew you had it in you." She just kind of puts her head on your head.
Peppermint.
Peppermint will walk up and hug Freya and say, "I'll miss you."
I'll miss you too.
Stay safe.
You too. And we'll go.
Bye.
Bye.
Darissa.
Am I there?
You can have come back down as long as you are not
Okay.
holding the sword.
You can do what I did and just fall down the hole.
Okay. I'm
The
back
sword's
to
not for you.
normal. I'm back to humanoid form. And I just walk up to Frey and I go, I live a long time. And I'll learn lots and lots of magic. So I'll come visit you when I can.
Good. And remember all those things I taught you.
I will.
Even the
And
morally
she starts
questionable ones.
crying.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeddah just.
I'll be strong.
I know. I know you will.
I
Even
give her a
before-
lotus. I give her a lotus fire tin cup for her coffee.
For those nights when you're just sitting in the cave watching the lights hit on.
Before Starissa releases her hug, the cave moves on. Its guardians with it. Up above, there is still sounds of battle. And sounds of all kinds of things until there's a sudden loud snap of a gun. And the fighting above completely ends. Up top, the armory is dead.
No, why? My
There was-
brother.
There was only one way to kill the armory, and it was psychic power.
You couldn't have done it.
Really?
Sorry.
Oh, wow. No.
That wasn't true until their helmet got taken.
Holy shit. He was bad news.
Yeah,
Is
he
he
was.
like I'm imagining him dead on a mountain of bodies of like people that
It's a couple of people like you've never met, but are clearly there's two cyber knights like crushed in his wake.
Oh my god.
He was the
Jesus.
one that killed the sheriff. He got up to Rensix at one point and broke Rensix's arm.
Wait, he killed the sheriff?
He killed the sheriff.
The
Buddy!
sheriff is dead?
But there's a cowboy.
Fuck. Oh my god.
But there's a cowboy with a massive revolver standing about 50 feet away who sheathes his revolver and sits down on his motorcycle and lights up a cigarette.
Very cool. That's
Just-
very cool.
For Easter egg purposes, is it someone we know?
That is. Oh, he then takes off his demon face mask
Yeah,
And-
Harkins.
and lights a cigarette.
Fucking
Yeah.
dumb. It had to be Harkins, of course. He's a
Harkins.
beast. He's a beast.
The
We've
motorcycle looks like it is broken that he is sitting on.
Wait,
Okay.
motorcycle? I thought he had a horse.
He did, but
Oh, yeah.
now he has a motorcycle. Things change.
His horse
Yeah.
exploded.
No, I was gonna see, did he steal Jax? I was like, wait, no, Iola did.
Iola has Jack's
Iola has
motorcycle, I
Jack's
think.
A little teeny fairy.
Unless they cut his motorcycle in half. What?
No. They didn't. Unless nothing. No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
But the
Oh.
forces from Castle Refuge, there's a number of soldiers who have come to help out and help clean up and discover what the hell exactly was happening here.
Mhm.
Greeks also takes says something to Rohan and Freya before leaving, but I will leave that for them.
Mhm.
I want to. Can I be? Are we up there? Like, did we go back up?
Yeah,
to the
everyone can be
battlefield?
out of the pit now.
I just want to be sitting next to the armory's body, just kind of looking at him because he has my face. Like we're the same, right? We're doppelganger. He's a doppelganger.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at. I assume he has like a bullet hole in his head.
Yeah.
Psychic bullet hole.
It is it is a very small bullet hole in the front
Just
and a whole lot of
Oh.
blood out the back.
Oh,
I'm just kind of sitting there with him and like looking at him. I'm gonna sort of shut his eyes. And contemplate the complicated emotions I'm feeling. And that's it. That's what Kid's doing.
You just feel Jet, like two of Jetta's hands just kind of clapping shoulders. You okay there? Ooh.
I was hoping I'd be able to. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Will you help me bury him?
Sure. And she just, as she says that, she has the two hands up here, and one of her earth hands kind of just goes to the ground, and she does shifting earth, and he just kind of like that. Is that good? I don't have a flower or anything. I don't have a flower. Sorry. Oh, I got this. And she's gonna take out 2 carrots and tie them together in this across.
Behind
That's
where
great.
the armory died is a number of just discarded weapons.
I am gonna put a bunch of them, like almost like a little semicircle at like where his head would be. Is it like a bunch of his weapons because he had like hammer space that he was always using? So I pull some out of and like stick him in the ground and well, he wasn't a good man, but he was my brother. And I hope he's in a better place.
Your brother. The air on the air.
You're not there. You're not there. You're not there, crystal person. You're not there, crystal guardian.
I feel like I remember someone saying it's not.
Yolanda goes, "It's not your brother."
I hope he found the peace he's looking for. Somebody else goes, he's definitely in hell. definitely.
The one in the mask, the one that had the mask goes, he's definitely in hell.
Yep.
And hopefully he will find peace there.
Yolanda sits down next to the cowboy and goes, "Hey, you got a light?" And he lights her a cigarette.
Nice.
He's
Nice.
definitely in pieces, that's for sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Jenna.
You're welcome.
Rensix and Ivy. Ivy is helping Rensix, who's got a broken leg, a bruised spine, and other damage.
God.
Jesus. They got
Ivy
to
didn't get
Rensix?
hit. Yeah. Sissaman is suddenly next to Greeks. And then Sissaman is gone.
Mhm.
Greeks, are you able to go home now?
I mean, I figured out how. It would take a lot of power and effort. I'm not sure I want to, but it's possible.
Well, you could always come back to Dwemer with us and get some more ghost fudge if you want.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, do you guys want to
Let's
do
do
that? Celebratory ghost fudge?
I mean,
After saving the world?
Freya's not here to say no.
That's fair.
Freya's not here to say no to a lot of stuff.
That seems dangerous, but I think I'm gonna actually skip out on that and head home.
Oh, you're gonna go home?
I think it's time.
You can tell your mom that you killed the guy that killed her husband.
I might not tell her that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. Maybe that's sensitive and a big deal. Yeah.
Ivy goes, "I'll probably accidentally shout it out when we're mad at each other, so you should probably tell her before I do that."
You know what? You're right. I probably will tell her then.
Are you gonna go with her, Ivy?
Well, I don't know. I could stay with this hunk of stud here, and she raises her eyebrows up at Rensix, who laughs and then grabs his side.
Coughs out blood.
Oh, God damn it! Psychic surgery does not move quick. Oh.
I could probably help speed that up if you wanted.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh yeah, you can put him in a bathtub.
Oh great! Look, a
I don't know
convenient
if it's quite
bathtub.
that bad.
Jetta just kind of like reaches into the ground and like looks like she's going to like the Mary Poppins bag just in the dirt, and then just starts pulling up this like rock, like just like a rock, so it's like a cane for him, and she just like pulls this rock up. Ugh. Here you go.
Oh, thanks. He takes it.
Cane,
Oh.
a cane that weighs like 400 pounds of solid rock.
To her,
Next.
she doesn't notice it as much.
He puts it down and he's just standing on it, not moving.
Yeah.
It's steadying, if nothing else, because I wouldn't be able to support his weight. That's
Yeah. So you're leaving?
Yeah,
Can I come and visit you sometime at your mom's restaurant?
of course.
Okay. Cool. And you can come and visit.
Ivy goes,
Watkins,
that's
right?
not where she'll be. I know where she'll be.
Are you gonna be at that lady's house with that baby?
Can't
remember her name.
Are in the ribs.
Well, this sucks. And I go and I give you a hug.
You can see the bonds between people, and you're starting to see them less. Like your ability to do that is fading a little bit, kid.
Oh.
But you see that their bonds between the group of you are not fading.
Cool. What about you guys? I look at Strissa and Jetta. Where are you guys gonna go?
Oh, I mean,
Go now.
She kind of looks over at Jetta, or at I am Jetta, at Strissa. It's like, I mean, you can come with me if you want, but you know all I can teach you now. Might be time for you to figure out more about yourself.
Yeah, I've never had a choice like this. I don't know where to go.
That's the best part about the world. It's an open road.
There's always room at Castle Refuge for those willing to fight the good fight.
That is a horrifying mask.
Says nothing to you.
It makes me sick in my stomach. I am scared of it. Actively, I am scared of it.
Actively ignores you.
I just keeps smoking a cigarette.
This seems like deja vu to me. So hard. I mean,
Oh.
Well, I know I'm going to get Ghost Fudge with you first.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Wenra lands next to Kid. I'm not ready to go back.
That's okay. We were gonna go to Dwalmer and get some ghost fudge if you would like to come with us.
Is that a date?
It can. I don't. I mean, it can, do you want it to be? It can be.
Do you want it to be?
Yes,
Well, okay.
I do very much. So would like that.
All right. I can do one date.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
Look, I have a thing now. I think I have to go find new friends so you can be alone.
No, come get Ghost Fudge with us. It's not that kind of date.
Oh yeah, it's not that kind of date. I
No,
guess.
this is a light date, and then we'll move on to that date afterwards.
Oh, okay.
But your plans are to all go together, and then you and I will have a date.
Oh, okay. Like we're gonna go and do a
Okay.
thing with
Oh
them,
my
and
God.
then we'll go do a thing. I was thinking like a movie or something, but if you
Me
wanted to
too.
do, okay, good, because you know, if you wanted to do what we did last time, I had bad clothes on, I smell bad, I need to take a shower or something.
You need to do that before any date.
I need to find a
Every day.
shower. I need to find a. I'm half dwarf. Give me a break. All right. Well then that's great. Then we'll go to Dwemer and let's go.
You need a dust bath? I can give you one of those. She just
No,
started
I
like-
don't want that. Nope. No, thank
All
you.
right.
Okay.
As we start, the group starts to head off back towards the shrine of the sun to recover and prep for what happens next. They walk off with their plans and their lives ahead of them, able to choose what happens to them next.
I want to put
All right, you got one last thing?
Yeah. While like before everybody gets to Dwemer, Jetta wants to do her bow out while nobody's watching thing that she does. But the whole trip that she's been putting in everybody's bags, little bags that are about this big. And inside the bags are the gems that she's been collecting throughout the entire trip.
It is a significant amount of loot.
Yep. And she just puts a little note in everybody's that says something a little differently, but to the equivalent of, if you need me, I'll be there. And she's just gone off because she misses her family. And it's time for her to see her real family again.
Fuck yeah.
All
And she made us all rich
Yep.
right. Ish.
by
Not
literally
like
just
all right.
pulling that shit out of the ground.
It's not like she needs it.
And I'm
Yeah.
sorry we powered through the break tonight. I would have acknowledged that I did actually skip our break tonight, but I felt the need to just.
It
get
was very
to
good
the
flow.
end.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am okay with
All
it.
right. I think that's where I'm going to leave the story. I don't feel the need for any more beats or any other parts of it. I think that's the best.
Can I
spot
suggest
to
an
leave.
after credits scene?
You may.
Can I suggest an after credits scene of
We need
hold on, I'm gonna put this together in my head. Okay, it's an it's an after credit scene. Here it is. So it's hell, right? You see hell, and the armory is in hell, and he wakes up in hell, super pissed off, because he's just a miserable person. Some like little cackling demons come over to him, and he grabs one of them and like breaks its neck and like looks at the others, and they all start attacking him, and he's like like just doing his normal war shit that he does because he's just a vicious man, when suddenly a bunch of them get like blasted to pieces, and and he looks at him. I apologize for this ahead of time. And he looks over, and you hear you're not gonna get anywhere acting like an asshole. And he looks up, and it's Jack with a hell gun. And he goes, "You want to help me get the fuck out of here?" And the armory goes, "Yeah." And that's the end. That's for me.
We zoom out a little. We zoom out a little.
It's just my headcanon.
We zoom out a little to a demon sitting at a desk with a camera pointed at that scene with his boots up and says, "Start the cycle again."
Oh, that's awful.
What does Freya and Rohan see when they
Travel.
yeah.
beautiful.
A beautiful dimension of crystals. A beautiful dimension of shimmering, sometimes yellowish other colors. And occasionally, walking around, you'll find an Atlantean. An Atlantean crystal mage who has found their way to this dimension. And they'll stay and chat for a while, but they never stay long. One of them has a little blue dragon with them.
I can really see Greeks staying there and finding hello shit. Like all of us just happen to like go back to our old characters. This is ridiculous, Kevin. What the hell is your brain for?
Are Freya and is it just Freya? Is it Freya and Rohan?
It's it costs nothing to be two separate people for them now.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
They're always going to be linked. If one of them dies, they will both die. But there is no need to rejoin unless they wish to.
Do they get to like go out or anything, or is it just like
If
life
they
in the
want.
cave? Okay.
They will be with the cave, and when the cave needs them, they will be in the cave. It's a magic place of magic stuff.
Excellent.
When the cave needs defending, they will absolutely be there. But in the meantime, they simply travel occasionally. And you kind of have a radius where you don't go too far from the cave before it pulls you
Right.
back. But it's a significant radius, and the cave goes many places. Only some of which are on Earth.
Fucking cool.
Oh wow. Excellent.
Very cool.
I feel like every once in a while, like every few I wouldn't say hundred, depending on how long Jetta lives, because she's already found the cave once. She would probably just like, oh, tea, nice. I'll see you next 100 years. Like, bye.
Jetta's also like 6,000 years old, technically.
I don't know. I don't know how long elemental fusionists live, but
She's
Well-
as old as my mother, though.
Oh, that's fair because she
Mhm.
does have. She's not quite normal.
I think she's special. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not like a normal elemental fusionist.
Yeah, she was bound by the whole
Yeah.
dragon pact.
The whole dragon blood thing.
The whole dragon pact of fates. Dragon
No,
god
I
blood.
try to
That
forget
whole
this
bag
stuff.
of cats.
It just,
But
it
yes.
never really stuck in my memory very long. It wasn't that important. It's fine.
But anyway. So I can't think of any other scenes except maybe one more where Peppermint comes to a house in the Free Quebec
Aw.
woods, and there is the sound of a dog barking.
Oh, baby crying. Can the baby walk now? Is it old enough for the baby to start like?
We
walking?
don't see what happens in the house or who's around,
Just no.
but there
It's
is
a
a porch
massacre.
as Peppermint steps onto the porch and
God.
knocks.
Evan, you awful human being.
I love that Peppermint gets like a fucking chill life.
Yep.
Good.
If she wants it. I mean, it's still a life of adventure in a place where magic is illegal.
Mhm.
And Starissa gets to go out and find a new adventure.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the Ballad of Fates. It has been a year in playing, if not a year plus. And it has been an absolute pleasure and honor. And I want to say thank you all for playing with me. And thank you, Nerdy, so much for running the channel and all the back end and the tweets.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Thank you, Kevin, for running this again.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Like,
much.
Brain,
Yeah.
brain.
This was awesome.
I
Yeah.
don't
What a
know another
finale,
way to
too.
get these things out of my brain.
Well, this kicks ass.
This works. This is a
Thank you.
very good
Yeah.
way to utilize.
And I want to
brain.
say thank you
Yeah.
to the people who watched us, Armor Lord especially, for being there and
Like day
reminding
one.
me of shit every time I forgot.
Armor Lord.
I appreciate it so much. And all our other viewers and people who kept coming back. Thank you for joining us. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but we'll see. I still have yet to decide on anything. So
Stay tuned. Check
You-
the tweets and all that
yeah.
fun stuff.
follow us all on Twitters and
Mm.
see what we're up to. All right. So for the last time, let's go around and give our outros and tell people where they can find us and the awesome stuff we do.
All right. I'm Nerdy Titty.
Peppermint. Sorry.
You're fine. I'm Nerdy Titty. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Titty. You can find me in the Nerds with Dice Discord, and I am on the channel Fridays for Millennium Nights Chrono Mask. Fun little time traveling Power Rangers game. hopefully iHunt will be coming back soon. Otherwise, the channels will figure out what's next. Monday nights, you can find me over on the Bardic Nox channel playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I have some stuff that I've written. You can find it at the link in the chat. It's also connected to my Twitter.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, Maxine.
Hi, everybody. My name is Maxine Bachman, and you can find me anywhere and everywhere under That Girl at That Place. And except for Instagram, where I am Lady Skyburn, and That Girl's art page. Both of those places are where you can find me. I keep my DMs open, so if you need to get any art done, or if you want to have me as a guest on your stream or something, just drop in a ping and we'll see what happens. We are getting ready to do another recording episode of Vampire the Masquerade. So check out the Bard's Playhouse on YouTube. The epilogues should be up, and so we should start getting the actual episodes up shortly. And then watch for Nerdy. Is it Palladium Nights, the Power Ranger game?
Millennium Nights.
Millennium Nights. Check that out, because here coming up in the next few weeks, I might or might not be a Power Ranger. So
Again.
check that out. Yeah, again.
Legally distinct.
Legally distinct.
Yeah.
Thing. Also, there could be some similarities. You never know. So check that out. I am stoked to play that game. So other than that, I was planning on doing some starting up some random stuff on my stream, That Girl at That Place 114. So check that out on Twitch. And yeah, check out my Discord and stuff to see what else I'm doing. I'm starting to get a little more active. So thank you guys for sticking with me in my little hiatus.
Thank you. Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. You can find me on Twitter at Shell_game. I am part of a podcast called Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. We are currently going through the X-Men animated series. We are going through it as it is on Disney Plus, which is out of air order. So we know that, but we do not have the spoons or the spell slots to go jump around. It's just easier for us to let the next episode play on Disney Plus. So yes, we know that, the Juggernaut episode should have been in everything. It's just, that's the way we're doing
Production
it.
order, not air date.
Yeah. So it's really interesting how some of that's out of order, but that's what we're doing. Again, it's called Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. and, we're on YouTube and podcasts, all that type of stuff. We have a Discord, Gonna Geek, but you can always message me, go on Twitter if you want to talk about X-Men animated stuff, because we're having a ball. We are even doing a previously on, because it's an homage to how the episode started previously on X-Men. We do previously Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. and it's fun. It's a bunch of fun.
Nice. All right. Kate.
I am Kate. You can follow me on Twitter at Reverie_cutie and keep an eye on that. I may be in a Rift's Savage Worlds game on Thursday evenings if it moves to Twitch, which it looks like it may be doing soon.
Nice. All right. Awesome. All right, Evan.
Hello, everybody. I'm Evan Jennings. I'm Evan Jennings 64 on the Twitter. And this was awesome, Kev. Thank you. As always. These past two games of Rifts have just been kick-ass. And thank you for giving us cool power suits and making us all badass for the end.
That was Kate had the idea, and I was like, you know what, this works, but I'm not giving them Megazords.
Thank you, Kate, for thinking it up. Thank you, Kevin, for allowing it. I appreciate it.
Thank you for allowing a lot of the shit we want to do.
That's being game boss for you.
Now that our game is over, I can properly plan for when I'm gonna start running a game on Tuesday, on my own channel. I think it's called Gods and Graves. I'm pretty sure that's what we named it. But when I have all the real the big boy details, I can put them on my Twitter, and stuff. But yeah.
All right.
But thanks again, man. This was kick ass. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. It's a lot
Thank
of
you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Riffs is a lot, and
yeah.
I commend you for being able to run it smoothly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. It's a whole mess, and it's odd and impossible to explain, but a lot of fun to just watch the spaghetti get thrown at the wall and see what sticks.
Mhm.
I
All
think
right.
I think
All
I'll
right, so-
be crying a lot tonight again. You do this to me every year, Kevin. You just
Yeah.
cry, like turn it
Well,
on.
this one was less sad.
That's fair. Is
There were
Yeah.
less straight up sad moments.
yeah.
Yeah, this one was not nearly as like heart-wrenchingly depressing as the last one. The last one, we were a group of very fucked up people in the last one. This one, we were a little bit more lighthearted. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We were just like, we have a job to do. We did it. Let's go have Ghostbusters. Okay, bye.
Thank you for letting us put our old characters in
Yes.
cameos.
Yeah.
That was
Nice.
great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good shit.
Just thought that was mostly for me. I was like, you know what, Hello's got like who would Rensix call? Like
Okay.
the people who stayed in Castle Refuge.
Was that hello?
That was Hello. Yes.
That's what I thought. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Okay. I just thought
I kept going.
She was-
Hello.
She was always
Yeah.
putting those goofy stickers on everything too. So it
Well,
just
you don't
kinda
put
makes
stickers on a glitter boy because they get blown off.
whatever. Yeah.
But the
the whole
emoji
and like
face.
just everyone's like, hi, wink.
Yeah. That's
Just-
good.
You would do, yeah.
All right. So my name is Kevin Myers. I am the game boss for this game. You can find me at Bisonic Kevin on Twitter. You can find me tomorrow night and the next couple Wednesdays running or playing as Arlo Sharp. Who there's a lot going on in that game. There's
So good.
he's
So good.
a PI in a world of altered carbon.
Mhm.
And
Awesome.
it is a hard-boiled neon noir show, and we are having a lot of fun with it. And you can catch us tomorrow on Devil's Luck Gaming, Twitch TV/Devil's Luck Gaming, and that's just a great show to be part of. Also, you can find my most amazing knitwear designs, including this year's sock-based Geek Along. I think the first pattern for the first sock is releasing very soon. And you can find that on lattesandllamas.com. All right. Well, once again, it's been an honor running this game for a year. To follow up a game I ran for a year. And never having them really truly cross until the end because they are different stories, and that's absolutely
Mhm.
intentional. Like,
Mhm.
and thank you all for playing with me and coming along with us. And Nerdy, do we have a raid?
Yes, we'll be raiding Raven tonight.
All right. So thank you and goodbye.
Bye.